Hey everybody, welcome to the Book Nook, where we talk about the awesomeness that is books. Today we're going to be talking about the book Verity, had to sing it, by Colleen Hoover. This book has had such extreme reactions to it, and I've been trying to figure out why. My brain was like, did the people who read this and really hated it, have they never read a thriller or horror? Is it because this is so outside of Colleen Hoover's wheelhouse because she writes sad romances and in the romance genre? Is that why the people that love her books read it and it was just not what they normally like, so they were like, immediate garbage? I don't know. That's what I wonder. Some people absolutely love this book and others vehemently seem to hate it and think it's trash. And I don't know. I thought the pacing was good. I thought the characters were good. It starts out with a bang, literally. Something happens. So yeah, it's such extreme one way or another. And I haven't all the reviews I watch, because I do like to watch reviews of stuff that I'm going to review as well, just to see what people thought of these after I've read the book. I got to read it first, otherwise I don't. If I know I'm going to read it, I don't want to watch it because I don't want to, skew my opinion before I've read it. But it's so weird to me. The people that don't like it are so oh, and that's okay. You're allowed to dislike things in books, in life, in everything. I thought this book read like a thriller with elements of, some horror as well. And so for me, this book was a super fun read. I devoured it at a pace that was just, I couldn't stop reading it. It took me 2 days to read. It would have been one day, but I just didn't have enough time in the day. And I woke up and I was like, I need to read this book. So if a book does that to you, that's something, right? You're like, oh, what happens next? That's a great feeling when you read, when you want to know what happens next. When you have a book and you're like, oh God, I gotta freaking finish this book. And it's like a ball and chain. Why are you reading that book? But if you're like, oh my God, I gotta know what happens next, that's fun. Now, not the best book I've ever read, but I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought, especially because I couldn't put it down, it was a thriller, a chiller, and there was parts where I was so nervous. I was like, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna get hurt? Is someone gonna get hurt? Who knows? And it was very twisted. What the story is, God, I haven't even talked about the premise yet. I'm just talking about the people who have the weird reactions to this book. So the story premise is there is a very famous author. She is in a car accident and she is rendered unable to finish her series of books. And so they need to find an author who can finish those for her. And so enter our character Lowen. And she is an author with books and, she's just kind of a mediocre author and hasn't really gotten her name out there much. And she's kind of an introvert and doesn't really like to do publicity or go on book tours or even do, in-person interviews. She'd rather just email it and stay kind of hidden. And so she gets this offer to go and finish this series of books for this very famous and well-known author. And so she takes the job because, she's about to get kicked out of her apartment where she lives and she has all this debt, so she really needs it. So in order for her to get a feel for these books, she needs to read the books, she needs to go over the author's notes. And so what that entails is going to stay at this author's house with her family for however long it takes. A few days is what she thinks it'll be. And when she gets there, there's so much stuff in the office, so it turns out she's going to have to stay longer just to go over all of it because there is a lot. And once she starts getting into her notes and seeing the stuff she's written, she finds this manuscript of a autobiography, and there are some very disturbing things she finds in there. And so she starts to read it and then she puts it down. And then curiosity gets the better of her, and then just weird things start to happen. And then we get on the train of the thriller, and it just like, it's fast paced from the get go. And like I said, I ate this book up. I thought it was great. I don't know, it had everything like a good thriller has, you know, there was twists, there was turns. You were on the edge of your seat, and that's what I want in a thriller. You know, maybe if I had read Colleen Hoover's romances, I would be like, F this book, dude. What is this crap? Because when you expect so much of an author in a certain vein, and they go, and you're like, what is this? Because it's not what you wanted, and it's not what you expected. So maybe that's why. But I freaking liked it, because I don't read any of her other books, so I didn't really have anything to compare it to. So I wonder if that plays a role. People who have not read any Colleen Hoover, and if this is their first Colleen Hoover, do they tend to like it more? I don't know. I'd need to have a discussion with the people who hated it. Tell me your thoughts. If you hated this book, tell me in the comments. If you loved it, just tell me why. I'm very curious. The mixed reaction is so fascinating to me. I really enjoyed reading it, and I gave it 4 stars. Will I read any of her other books? Probably not. Unless they're thrillers. If she writes more thrillers, yes. And I guess it's weird when an author, too, that if they do, like, deter and go off on a road somewhere else, that it's like a hard thing for their readers to swallow. And I think, here's where I bring up Josh Malerman, I think that's why I like Josh Malerman so much, because every one of his books is different, so you come to expect it. So when you expect different, you're ready for it. So that's what I kind of think it might be. But I could be totally wrong. Thank you everyone so much for joining me in the book nook today as we talked about Verity by Colleen Hoover. If you had fun hanging out, boop that like button. Come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things. Because that's what we do here. Because I love books. You love books. Maybe you don't. You probably do. That's probably why you're watching this. I don't know. I'm rambling. So until next time, we'll see you later.